Hello, lovely. It's good to see you again. My name is Lindsay, and I hope that you're here to get some motivation so that we can get things done together today. And I like to do these videos where I do decluttering my to-do list, where I just kind of set up the camera when I am decluttering things off my to-do list, like changing my sheets or laundry or dishes or whatever it is that's on my to-do list for the day. And then I'd like to compile these videos together so that I can kind of make a long chatty video with you guys. And I hope you are enjoying these videos. It's really fun for me to make them, so it's been a lot of fun. This is actually a part 2 of a video that I compiled together. It had 8 hours of footage, and I was like, I'm gonna just separate it into 2 smaller videos. I've been noticing that my videos do slightly better if I have a shorter amount of time. I was doing like longer, almost 1 hour videos, and I don't know, it's kind of hard to talk for that long in one sitting. But also, it's just like, I don't know if people were enjoying them as much. So I am glad to go to under 30 minutes for videos, except this one might be a little over. I was trying to cut it down, but I was just also like, I just need to get it out. So the 2 videos together were about like 56 minutes, and then I kind of cut it in half where it made sense, and then yeah. So in this video right now, what I'm doing is I'm just sorting through the clothes, and there weren't a ton of clothes that needed to be folded or put away. It was just that basket, I think. I don't know. We'll see. I think that basket in the corner has all the kids' clothes in it that I've been sorting. So, like, there weren't a lot of mine and Devin's clothes, but the kids' clothes had been piling up in that basket. So, I do sort through that in just a minute because it's got both boys' clothes and they're not in the same room right now. So, I was just like, well, I'll just kind of sort through this and separate it. And obviously, folding socks is also a big feat. I don't even know how fast I sped up this clip, like 20 times the speed. I don't fold socks this quickly, I will say, but I don't know, I kind of feel like folding socks is like a mindless task that I can do anything else I want. I can watch videos, I can do whatever I want. I can do that with laundry too, but I film on my phone, so it's kind of hard to like remember to set up the TV to a show and whatnot. Anyways, this is just me sorting through the boys' clothes. I had 2 baskets so that I could sort their clothes into separate baskets. It just makes it easier for putting away. And Joel, my baby, was still napping, so I was like, well, I'll get Dan's clothes put away and then I'll come back and I will do Joel's when he wakes up. And I think I do both in this video, so yeah, you'll see in just a second me talking to my 1-year-old about putting his clothes away and just chatting with him because he wanted to get out of his crib, but I was like, I need to put these clothes away before I get him out of his crib. Also, I feel like these clips are sped so fast. I'm sorry, but it's also, there was so much footage. I didn't want to like clip through it because it takes so much longer to edit, and I don't have a lot of time for editing, so I do what I can. But yeah, so there is that. Dan's closet is so much better than it used to be, given that it actually is his closet and can have his stuff in it. So yeah.
Can you say mama? Yeah. Is it funny when mommy says that? Mama? That's funny.
He still will only say mama if he's upset. So I think it's so funny. He won't say it if I ask him to. It just cracks me up.
It's fine.
Alright, so I have my laundry. I need to turn it over. My laundry room, I feel like it's been pretty good. Like, I feel like ever since I organized it, it's not amazing. Here, one second. Since I reorganized some things, this looks a lot better. I mean, it's not 100%, but like, this is like 80% improvement for sure. So this blanket always takes a while to dry. Well, actually, I feel like it's pretty dry. Look at that. Anyway, I can go put this on my bed now. I have been using these in my dryer, which has been nice. and helpful. I think, I don't know if it'll show on the blanket, but a lot of the times I'll have more hair in this than I would normally. So I feel like that's helping. I probably need to clear this out too. I don't know if it's dirty. I don't really use like a fabric softener or a, what's it called, the lint thing. I don't use dryer sheets or anything, so it probably wouldn't get too much of a film inside, but who really knows, because those are the only products I use in my laundry. So yeah, and that is amazing. Yeah, I just got them on Amazon. I don't know if you watched my laundry room clean out video, but I shared these on it, and these are awesome. They're for like squishing it. It's kind of, they're like, I don't know what it's made out of, but it helps get the dog fur and dog hair off of your clothes while it's drying. So I just kind of leave it in there. You can also throw it in the washer too, and that helps as well. But I'm going to clear this off because I only have one hand to do so. And I'm going to switch over my blankets and throw another load of laundry in. So I didn't bring my tripod, so you get to hang out on top of my washing machine. I mentioned to my sister recently that I was like, oh, I want to get a new, I meant to say dishwasher, but I said washing machine. Who knows why? I need to take the vacuum to this at some point, but that's not today. And I need to take it into everything. It's been a minute since we've done that. I don't know if we've done that in this house. And then I have this blanket. Just needs to dry. My $17 Costco blanket, honestly, one of my favorite blankets on the planet. I wish I'd bought more. I'm gonna have to see if they have more around Christmas time. I did buy more, but I gave them as presents. I wish I had an extra. And then I can get rid of other blankets. Anyway, I will start that in a second. But my laundry, what do I want to wash? I'm gonna do a load of heavies. And just because I feel like I'm always, I need to wash my robe. That's what it is. I've been meaning to wash my robe for a couple weeks now. Or, not quite a couple weeks. Not like 5 days. It feels like a couple weeks because I haven't had my robe in that long. But it's been at the very bottom of that bin. So, yeah. And you're right up against the thing I use for my baking soda. So I'm gonna reach behind you really quick. This is a very big chunk, but usually I just use about a 1/4 cup of baking soda. Honestly, I never really care that much. Sometimes I'll throw a little Dawn Power Wash in there for the smell of it. You don't think he walked right past that Chinese restaurant just for the smell of it? Oh, was it? No. That's what it is. You don't think he walked right past that? You don't think he walked right past that donut shop just for the smell of it? I'm pretty sure it was a donut shop, wasn't it? Yeah, from The Office. If you've never seen that, when they're looking for Michael in the streets of Scranton, Pennsylvania. Anyway, that's a good show. I want to get one of those shirts that says Threat Level Midnight. Just epic. Anyway, I'm gonna start this load of laundry now. All right, now let's head upstairs and put this on my bed. And is it nap time yet? This must have been after my baby went down for his second nap because I can't really get anything done when he's like awake and moving around. So he probably woke up, we probably did lunch and all the things, and then he went down for his nap. And here's me wearing a cardigan. I must have gotten a little cold. And this is actually later in the day. So I think I did the bedding and everything way later in the day. I think that was when Devin got home from work. And then here's the cake I made in the last video. If you wanted to see how I made that, you can just watch the part 1 of this video. And it was delicious, so good. This was leftovers, and yes, we ate the entire thing in like 2 days, and that was what I made a plate to share with me and Devin and the boys, and we just kind of all ate off the same plate. I don't know. Do you guys do that? It felt fine for me. The kids were fine. They like to eat the little bites that I give them, and then they're not getting as much as well and making as big of a mess. Anyway, it was just like a nice little treat at the end of the night. And then doing dishes again. I'm pretty sure this is my life. I'm pretty sure just all the dishes and all the things. And I really like wearing that shirt and jacket combo. I stole that jacket thing, shirt flannel thing from Devin's closet. I had thrifted it for him around Thanksgiving, I think. And he tried it on the other day. He's like, it's too small for my belly. And I'm like, well, it'd be too small for my belly, but I like it, so I'm going to wear it. um, yeah, I'm 22 weeks pregnant, so that is what I've been doing. I've been wearing like pregnancy shirts and cardigans if I get cold. And yeah, that's about where I'm at. I can't wear regular pants, and I have to wear pregnancy pants, and I feel like the pregnancy pants I have aren't my size. I feel like they're just a little too big. Like I'm on the verge of like a large and an extra large, so it's somewhere in between those two sizes. If I find a large, it tends to fit me decently. They might be slightly tight. They fit me better than the extra large. So I try to lean towards that, but then sometimes I get a large from like Savers or wherever, and I pay like $4 for it. So it's not like a big deal, but I I'll like wear it and then they like start falling down on my butt. So if you're wondering why it looks like I am a gangster in some clips, that is why. I have my pants falling down slightly. Like I'll put my phone in my back pocket and it just kind of like weighs my pants down. I don't really know why I'm talking about this, but that is my life. And oh, also cleaning out the sink is one of my favorite things. Once my sink is cleared out, it's like magic in my kitchen. It feels so good. It happens. I try to make it happen once a day. I'm not always very good at it, but it's like this magical time when my sink is clean. And my sister just texted me this morning saying, "Umpty," and she had cleaned out her sink because her sink is umpty. Anyway, but it was very nice to see that, and it made me want to go get my sink empty because I went to bed last night. We got home pretty late, like 9:30, which is late for us, and then we still had to put the kids to bed and then take a shower. And so I just was just like, I don't have it in me to do the dishes and cleaning and everything. And I went yard sailing recently and got this cake box thing, cake carrier thing. And so I was washing that as well to put in my pantry so that we can have that for later when I make a cake for people. I make cakes for people quite often, like in my family, which is funny because my sister actually owns a bakery. I was blocking the baby from going into the garbage cabinet, which is never a fun thing. He likes to go and find the food that falls on the floor in the garbage cabinet and eat it. So that is a thing. I actually did put the I did put an adhesive lock on it. You'll see that later on. But yeah. Anyway, I'm filling in the little spots on my faucet that have like rubbed off because it's not the nicest faucet. It works. It works really well, but like the finish has come off of my faucet. And so I was filling that in with a stain marker, like I don't know, it worked really well. It was a wood stain marker, and I don't know. But right here I'm just going to my dining room table, not kitchen table. I don't have a kitchen table. I'm going to my dining room table, and I used a Scrub Daddy with some Dawn dish soap, and then I wiped it down with some water because it was pretty gross. The baby will sit at the table without a tray sometimes, and it'll just be a big mess. But it's nice not to have to clean the tray all the time too. So, and sometimes it's not clean, so we just throw them up at the table, and that works too. And it is what it is. And it gets really hot in the dining room if the windows are open when the sun is shining right into the dining room. So I close the windows or the blinds, whatever it is, the curtains, the drapes, all the things. But yeah, and then cleaning up the counter for what, the 8th time from the start of the other part 1 video. Yeah, it's just, does it ever end? Do packages ever stop coming? Do you ever stop having things to put away? No, not really. And at some point in this video, I will put away that pink box that's underneath I have a um, cup cabinet, whatever you want to call it. It's the one right next to the sink that looks kind of like a lone wolf cabinet on the wall. There's a pink box that has some mason jars in it, and I needed to put those away. They'd been sitting on my counter for probably 2 weeks, and I was just like, I don't know, you become blind to your own clutter, especially the stuff that's been there for a while, and then I had to end up putting it away. I don't think it's in this clip, but it did get put away, and it felt really good when it actually did. It's not away, it's just downstairs somewhere, and it's fine. I'm blind to it there now, so it's whatever. I do want to keep them though, because I want to start canning and doing homesteading type stuff. But I have to start doing that, and that's a thing. And also, if I sound a little weird, it's because like my nose is like stuffed up and I'm groggy, and I just woke up 10 minutes ago. So yeah, well, 20 minutes ago. But yeah, I'm like, my voice is a little sad right now, so sorry about that. I was going to do this voiceover yesterday, but my baby woke up from his nap and I wasn't able to do both of the voiceovers for both of the videos for part 1 and part 2. So it's probably good that I was able to split it into 2 videos so that I could get the video up yesterday. But here I am just cleaning the garbage cabinet where the adhesive thing will go. And it worked for a few of my cabinets in my kitchen. These adhesive baby things. One second. I had to clear my throat, and I doubt my voice sounds much better, but I did need to do that because I was about to like cough on my own, I don't know, phlegm, whatever it is. And yeah, so these are the safety first adhesive locks, and they just like stick straight onto the cabinet. And I will say, I like them a lot. I think they're great. I like how you can lock and unlock them whenever you want. So if you have cabinets that they'll work with, that's great. They didn't work with all of mine. I tried to do it in this drawer right here, and I do come up with a solution because this is the drawer that I want all the knives in. And I'm like, well, I probably need to move it down anyway. So I decided to move the drawer down. You'll see it's a lot of work. It took me like an hour to just adjust that one drawer. And I've done other drawers since as well. Not the same way, just adjusting their tracks and stuff because they get kind of messed up. I put this kitchen together. If you didn't know, I made these cabinets, and I made a lot of the stuff that's in this kitchen. Like I put together the cabinets and put the faces on, and I did a lot of work in this kitchen. But as you can see, it's really easy to put those adhesive locks on. It doesn't take very long, and then it's just locked. But you leave it unlocked for 24 hours before you let the baby like pull on it. So yeah, I was able to get 2 cabinets and a drawer locked with these. I think I was also able to get a few other drawers too, but oh man, it was a big deal. It was just not working out the way I wanted it to, but I did come up with a solution for like the knife drawer and everything, and that was great. But yeah, so this, I don't know why it is, but I hate baby proofing. I love when it's done, but it's just not the easiest thing in the world to baby proof a house because I just feel like it takes so much time, even if you find products that make it easier, which is nice. So like if the adhesive ones work for you, you should check them out. I'll have them linked below, but I had to do something else for my drawers. I'm sure my laundry system will work better when I am back on top of my laundry. I let it kind of go to the wayside a little bit, and then my kid decided to wet the bed. So, well, not wet the bed, leaked out of his pull-up. So, there's only so much you can do at that point. But I need to get more baking soda because I'm all out of that. I need to wash my bedding, but I'll probably do it tomorrow because There's other things that need to be washed first. But I don't want to throw it in yet because I don't have any baking soda down here, so I need to go get some. I just went to Costco, and this is going on my bed. Washed this last week sometime, I don't know, who knows. At some point I washed it, and I'm gonna go put it on my bed because now I'll have something to sleep with tonight. Important. There we go. If you're wondering why I had to get a new blanket, it's because my toddler had wet his bed. And I know that that seems a little silly, but like my toddler wet his bed, and so I had thrown his, because he came upstairs, and so I threw his clothes into my dirty pile. I was like, I'm gonna deal with those later. I don't want to deal with them right now. But when I left for the day, because I washed his bedding and stuff, but when I left for the day, I had left the dirty, wet clothes in my closet. And that would have been fine if I had closed my closet. But the dogs sometimes stay in our room when we're gone. Not always, but sometimes. And Roxy found them and was chewing them on my bed and like snuggling them on my bed. So yes, she got a bath. But also my bedding got washed because ew, it was so gross. I was just like, ooh. Anyway, so I had to wash the blanket and the pillowcases for the Euro decorative pillows. And then I'm putting away another load of laundry. I honestly feel like I have deja vu while watching this videos. I'm like, didn't I just do that? Didn't I just do that? Anyway, but yeah, it's like forever all the things. I just constantly am doing those things and it's great. That is mom life though. But I have actually been using that more like fluffy blanket on my bed and it's been really nice. And then I use the comforter buffalo check bedding as like more decoration and I think I like that better, especially in the summer because it's not so hot. And then I'm putting away clothes, and as you can see, Dan's bed was taken apart because I had to wash his bedding and everything and put that back on at some point in the day so that he could go to bed. And I think I do that really soon, actually. And then I'm just putting away his stuff, and that was dinner, so you'll see that in a second. But yeah, we had lasagna, and I made it low carb, so I did the viral cottage cheese flatbread and used that as noodles, and it worked really well. I really like it. So if you want a low carb version of lasagna, that's a good way to do it. So there you go. And it was really good. I made a second pan. So if you saw that first picture, I made a second pan in like tin foil, and then I froze it, and we actually had that for dinner last night because it made dinner really easy and it was really good. I will say I think the sausage might have been a little spicy, which I don't think it should have been. I'm pretty sure it was a mild sausage, but I don't know, something was spicy. And maybe it's just me becoming sensitive to the spice now. I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm just being a wimp with the pregnancy. Who really knows? And then I had to refill my baking soda. This is just the big thing that I get at Costco, and I refill my jar, and then it makes doing laundry a little easier. I use baking soda as like my, I don't know, cleaning agent basically, and then I also add vinegar, and then I also add some Dawn Power Wash, and it works really good. I like it, so yeah. And I like having my jar filled finally and being able to use it with my laundry. It feels nice. I feel like I need a jar that fits the entire bag of baking powder, baking soda, whatever it is. Need to sort this laundry. I cut my finger while I was cutting bread earlier. Need to sort this laundry and then throw some loads in. So I really enjoy when I'm able to sort my laundry into these baskets. I'm not gonna lie, it makes it so much nicer, and I can see what I have to wash in what order. Like, and yeah, that one basket is sitting in the back on top of a container because I don't know where to put that container. So yeah, but I have all of this like. I have made it a much better laundry area ever since I washed. There was so much stuff to wash at one point, and now it's much better now. I have a very sad baby upstairs, but I would like to get this done before Dan has to go to bed. So. And here are my gangster pants. I just was laughing while I was like going through the footage of this video. I was like, man, I look like a gangster when I'm standing sometimes. It just makes me laugh. Anyway, I just, yeah. You can see like the belly band through the shirt sides. Anyway. And then this is the next day, I think. I don't know. It could have been like 3 days later. Who really knows? But this is next day. We'll just say that. And I'm just cleaning up the living room again and trying to tidy things and cleaning up the dining room because we probably had just eaten breakfast and all of these fun things that I get to do all the time. It's so great. And there were like balloons everywhere because we just did a party for my 1-year-old, so it wasn't like a party. It was just like we had cake and ice cream. Not even ice cream. We just had cake and pizza, and yeah, it was good. And so, yep. And then this is my kitchen. After going to Costco, there were a few things that I hadn't put away. It'd probably been a day or two since I had been to Costco, and I just kind of left it on the counter because I didn't want to deal with it. I think this was the next day actually, because I probably wouldn't have left this on the counter that long. This must have been the day after I did the bedding and stuff, because I think when I went to Costco is when the dog pulled all that stuff onto my bed and snuggled with the the wet yucky clothes. And so, yeah, this must have been the next day. And if you can see, I have a huge bag of oats. I don't use oats very often, but when I do, it's like this very specific cookie recipe that I make. And sometimes I'll like freeze. I don't know. I just needed oats. And then that was the bag that was there. And I was like, well, I guess I'm getting a 10-pound bag of oats. It'll last me forever. So there's that. I did make some granola recently, and that's going to be in a soon video. So I'm excited about that. And I grabbed some of that Spindrift. I was watching a the Wads video. Kim, she was talking about how her husband really likes Spindrift and how it's like a sparkling water, but it doesn't have the natural flavoring added. It's like actual natural flavors, which is like literal squeezed lemons and stuff. So I tried that. I think it's really good. Devin does not like it, but he doesn't really love sparkling water with like a hint of flavor, and Dan likes it okay. He doesn't like the grapefruit one. He says he likes grapes, but he doesn't like grapefruit. Grapefruit is disgusting. Is what he said. And it made me laugh so hard. He's such a doll. Oh, this is when I actually get that box put away. Watch. Oh, I did it. I did it, and it felt so good. Okay, this is me fixing this drawer. And my goodness, did I think it was going to take this long? No, I did not. I did not think it was going to take this long. I think it took me 30 minutes to move the drawer down. We were watching New Girl. It was in the background. Took me 30 minutes to move the drawer down, and then it took me another 30 minutes just to figure out everything else, because I moved the drawer down and then I had to put the face on it. And I had to adjust the face to fit so that it wouldn't look funny on the outside. So it would give it more space at the top where the baby lock would go, which it didn't end up working anyway, but it did make it so that I could put my knife block in this drawer, which is a win, I will say. It was so great to be able to put my knife block in this drawer, because that was such a headache having to keep my knife block on top of the microwave. And now I can lock it in a drawer so the kids can't get into it and get my really fancy knives. But yeah, so here, okay, it didn't take 30 minutes to move the drawer down. What am I talking about? That took like 5 minutes, 10 minutes maybe. But this is the part that took freaking forever. As you can see, I sped it up quite a bit, and I cut out quite a bit also. I got it on there and I got it okay, and then I was like, it's not centered. It was like a little too far to one side. And then you know what? I regretted taking it off. I was like, it would have been fine. No one would have cared. No one would have noticed. It was level. It was all good. No one would have said anything about it. And now I have to sit here and fix it again. And I don't know what I did last time to make it work as good as it was. Anyway, This was like 30 minutes of my life and it felt wasted because already had it on there basically. But yeah, I ended up just drilling holes straight through the backboard so that I could maybe just put it on there. And yeah, I still had to adjust it after that because it wasn't perfect, but it worked, okay? It worked, and that's all that matters. But once that drawer was on there, it felt really good because then I was able to fit my knife block in there without any issues. I do keep a paper towel underneath the knife block because I'll put the knives away wet sometimes. And they're like the only things I put away wet just because I don't want them sitting on the counter drying. But I do, but the knife block I feel like dries them out because it like, anyway. Maybe not now that they're in a drawer though. I don't know. It's fine. And then yeah, so I put some paper towel underneath the knife block just to make sure that they have a place to drip onto instead of dripping into the drawer. And I did that even on the microwave, so it works out. And then I'll replace the paper towel every so often when I feel the need to. But here I'm just throwing on like one of the original safety first ones, but you have to drill holes and you have to get it in there, but it works. It stops the baby from getting into the drawer, and that is number one priority. And I realized after doing this one, because I ended up doing quite a few more, drilling holes where the holes are going to go makes it a lot easier to get the screw into the wood. The wood is not very like fancy. It's not very high quality wood. So it's pretty easy to screw a screw into and it doesn't like crack or anything, these cabinets specifically, but it was a little easier to not have to do that. So yeah, I think I have the project of refinishing, like not repainting my cabinets soon, but just like putting a top coat on them to make them nicer. I feel like the garbage cabinet really needs a nice top coat on it, and I'll probably do like 3 coats just to make sure it's really nice. But I was able to get that drawer done and it felt really good, and I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.